You received a call from an inmate at the Department of Corrections. This call will be recorded and monitored.
Ah, Miss Cat Lawson. I don't believe we've met. Oh, yes, Zombie. I know her well. Well, that is good news. So how long you guys been dating? She's a good person. I hope the two of you get along just well. Well, yeah. Okay. But, it's not too... No. What it is that, word of mouth, it works out just fine for me. And so that's a good way for me to meet people. And I am so happy that you get to date somebody. Now, Zombie is a transgender. Oh, non-conforming. What exactly is that? Aha. So you're just neutral on everything. You don't accept male or female. So are you one of those that go by they? Cat. So just call you Cat. Okay. Well, this is a whole new world for me. So hopefully I can learn a little from you and help you out in your journey through life. A master's of business. Wow. Okay, so you're one of those that got caught up in drugs. Is it something that were you dealing in it and distributing it? A little bit of everything. Oh my goodness! And you've got 2 boys. Are you able to visit them? Oh my goodness! You got to be kidding me. Visitation to me is extremely important. It's something that will help to get you back into society, help keep you normal, keep you sane. You get to interact with people in the outside world. You get to learn what's going on, and you get to feel like you're a part of their life. And to have them cut it off like that, that's something the Department of Corrections should never mess with. They shouldn't mess with phone calls. They shouldn't mess with email. They shouldn't mess with letters. And they should not mess with visitation. These are things that help in your recovery. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I see your point. It's just that, well, not everybody in the DLC is a bad person. I know they're... Right. They do have some good rules. They have good policy. They have good laws. And the thing is, people just don't want to follow them. I know. It's not asking too much. Just follow policy. And I don't know why that's so difficult for prison officials to do. Well, I do wish you the best of luck on that. And... okay, yeah. 58 days in solitary confinement? What? Oh, so you were accused of rape?
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Oh my goodness. Kat, we have got to continue this conversation. I can't believe you sat in there and now you have to see a specialist because of the trauma that comes from that. So you just don't like to be left alone, huh? Wow, unbelievable. Well, yes. Yeah, I definitely will share your story, and I'm glad you contacted me.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
Okay, you stay strong. You take the medical advice. You do what you can to stay healthy, and don't give up the battle. Keep fighting. there was no reason for them to stick you in there without telling you anything until after you got out. Unbelievable. Okay, well, take care, and I'll talk to you later. Well, hello. Welcome to AQS Inmate Call. I am your host, Joel Wilborn, and we just got off the phone with Kat Lawson. Kat was referred by Zombie, and Zombie is a transgender who runs into discrimination just about every day in the prison. And since Zombie and I are in regular communication and we work with each other and we lean on each other, Zombie introduced me to Kat, hoping that I could help this individual. And I'm going to do what I can. I'm not too familiar with non-conforming people, so I have a lot to learn, and I will be doing a lot of listening in our conversations, that's for sure. Kat told me about being accused of rape and going into solitary confinement while the investigation was going on. Now, Kat did not know anything about this investigation. Kat just sat in there wondering, why am I here? What's going on? And that just kind of has a trauma. You know, it has an effect on the mind. And Kat was having a very tough time comprehending everything and trying to accept, because one thing, there was no, knowledge is power. We get frustrated when we don't know what's going on, and we like to understand the world around us. Kat was just sitting in there with no idea. And of course, you're not gonna think positive things like, oh, it was a mistake, I'll be out soon. They're doing this for my protection. You're not going to think of things like that. You're going to think, I did something wrong, or I'm a danger to somebody, or somebody's out to kill me. You're going to think all these terrible thoughts, and you're not going to be able to get any confirmation either way. And so it has a mental effect. And Kat got caught up in all that because Kat likes to know. And Kat is trying to figure out what's going on. And being an intelligent person and liking to think things through and take all of the available resources and use them in an advantageous way, Kat got caught up in a lot that didn't need to be going on. So the State Patrol came by and asked questions about some accusations against Kat. And that's when Kat was able to figure out what was going on. And then after 58 days of being in there, Kat gets out, then finds out the purpose of the solitary confinement. Now, that, and for some people, for me, I like to be alone. And so being in solitary confinement would give me a chance to collect my thoughts and use my imagination and be creative and work things out. It's just a way for me to relax. I could sit alone for a long time. I could even work alone for a long time. I don't need to be around people to keep my sanity. Kat does. Kat wonders about the children, the family, the friends, the co-workers, the staff, the reasons for being in there. All these things go in Kat's mind and bounce around. So while Kat's sitting in there, there's no rest for the mind. And, when you're trying to relax and get this stuff out and it just keeps popping up, it has adverse effects. So Kat is now seeking therapy for this post-traumatic stress disorder. And of course, you have to hold the prison system accountable for that. We've talked about people going into confinement for their own safety. Like Marcel had 2 people come to prison who he had snitched on, and then he wound up going down into administrative segregation to keep away from these 2 people and to protect them. And, the way I look at it, if somebody says, this person raped me and I don't feel safe, it would not be a terrible thing to put this person in segregation, away from the population. Because a lot of times people have friends, and so if somebody attacked you and this person has a big fan base, and then you go and say something, and there's nothing wrong with telling people that you've been attacked. That's a good thing. You need to get that out. You need to tell people what happened instead of keeping it to yourself or hiding it or feeling that fear. You feel comfortable enough to report this, and then you walk back out in the general population and the person you reported is just sitting in the segregation. How can you not say, the other folks around say, well, then this person is the one who caused all of this, and then go after you? Wouldn't it be more logical to put you in solitary? Because then they know something's going on. That way the general population won't know all the details. They'll say, you're reporting this person, let's put you in there, let's investigate this person, let's watch this person. It doesn't, we're all supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. So if you put the accused in solitary, you're giving the wrong messages out there. And so if a person sees you go into solitary, they're going to think, what's going on? And they're not going to have all the details because nobody's going to be talking. Nobody's really going to know except you and the staff that you talk to. And that way, if the investigation proves that this person is, in fact, guilty, then you don't look like such a bad guy. But if that person comes out of solitary after you put them in there and they couldn't find anything, even though this person is guilty, but they couldn't find anything, that can't be good. And so I think if you're going to protect people, you need to protect the victim. And that's the way the prison system works. Because if I go out and commit a crime, I should go to prison. One, for punishment because I committed this crime, and I can't just commit crimes and nothing happen. Another thing, protecting the community. If I attacked my neighbor, I could attack somebody else. If I stalked my coworker, I could stalk somebody else. So put me away would make sense. Yet, if I snitched on somebody and I felt that my life was in danger, I don't think locking up the people I snitched on is necessarily going to protect me. Locking me up, put me in witness protection, whisking me away to a safer location. These are things that protect my safety. So, I'm glad the state of Washington got rid of administrative segregation as a form of punishment. Now, I've heard from other incarcerated people that they're still being thrown in there for punishment. And I imagine the old habits are hard to die. So it's going to be a slow process to actually weed it out. There are advantages to having it. It's just that being locked up, being constantly harassed by staff and things being thrown at them, that's bad enough. And then just to top it all off by locking a person away from the rest of the population and giving people rumors to create, I don't know if that's a good thing. And I hope everybody can come to a better conclusion for this issue, this little solitary confinement thing. And in the case of Kat, it had devastating results. Kat was in there way too long. And the biggest problem was Kat wasn't told what was going on. So the imagination can be a great benefit, or it can also be a terrible disadvantage, something that attacks people. And all the stuff that was going through Kat's mind, it was just not good stuff. And, then to be told, you were accused of rape, it's just mind-boggling. So I hope to work with Kat and other folks in that same situation. I'm glad Zombie introduced me. Now, I want to say that on Oxyword, if you go to the YouTube channel and you look up my name, Joel Wilborn, you will find Oxyword. And you can look up Candace. And Candace is who Kat is based on. And Candace has some interesting things to say. And it's nice to tune into that and hear what's really going on in there. To actually get the perspective of prison through a inmate's mind. The words of somebody who's locked up in there. So I would highly recommend listening to folks at Oxyword on the YouTube channel. You can even visit the site, or my website, AmericanQuittanceSociety.org. And you can make some contributions if you want. You can read some other testimonies, and you can even look up some pen pals. It's all a matter of just trying to understand these people who are locked up and help them to get back on the right track. They're in prison because they walked off the right track, and they want to be on the right track. We want them to be on the right track. We don't want them to get out and commit more crimes. The more people in their corner helping them out, the better their chance of success. And you could be part of that. Rather than sitting around thinking there's nothing I can do, or these people are evil, they deserve to be there, just think, the only way we're going to make change, the only way we're going to get improvement in the world is to go out and do something, to make a difference. And talking to these folks, understanding these folks, listening to these folks, that's going to help. It cannot hurt. So I want to thank you for tuning in, and I hope this touches a little part of your conscious, and that you'll take some action, go out and do something. I mean, you have complete control over you. And so that if you make the right decisions and study and research, you can get through situations. But not everybody has that luxury. Some people need your help. So let's offer our services to everybody. So Alexa, stop. Alexa, quit. That's the thing about having a echo close by. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Go out and have yourself a wonderful day and make fantastic memories for tomorrow.